Hey guys, Loco here with TL versus Cloud9. This was the premier matchup for this weekend. TL has the solid stranglehold on first place, while Cloud9 is really challenging them for first place. There's been a lot of criticism towards TL for not being able to play 1-3-1 or not being able to end the game really fast when they have a big lead. Mostly criticism from me, but shared across a lot of other analysts and other coaches and people in NA, even TL players says so. So that's something that teams are challenging TL a lot on. Cloud9 has been very heavily 1-3-1 Licorice. Some people would say is one of the MVP candidates along with Core JJ on TL. So this is a super important game for a lot of reasons, for standings, for bragging rights, for MVP. And I think the key for Cloud9 to win is running 1-3-1 and breaking apart one of TL's core lanes, which I would think is Impact or Jensen. I really don't think Cloud9 can attack TL from bot lane. Doublelift and Core JJ has been way too solid, and I don't think it's possible for Sneaky and Zazel to really outmuscle Doublelift or Core JJ, or for entirety of Cloud9 to really play bot side oriented and outmuscle Double and Core JJ. It's just not possible. What C9 really has to lean into is Licorice and Niski and playing 1-3-1 and playing the map a little bit wider than Team Liquid. And yeah, playing off the back sub, their solos getting ahead, their solos providing pressure. So one huge criticism for TL is Impact does not play carries. Last week, Impact had double carry games, and also with Jace being super high priority, Impact has shown that TL are willing to take Jace early and put Impact on Jace. So the big question leading up to this matchup was, will Impact play carries versus Cloud9, or will he go back to tank? So yeah, those are all the interesting viewing points, and now let's get started with the actual VOD. So Cassiopeia ban from TL. TL hasn't flexed Cassio because Double or Impact doesn't play it, and it's only been Jensen, so Cassio Priogo is really down for TL, while Cloud9 has flexed Cassio to Sneaky. Cloud9 banning out Kench. This somewhat prevents TL from playing 1-3-1, which they did last weekend. Lucian, one of Doublelift's best champion. Israel, one of Doublelift's best champion. You can see a lot of the bans going towards TL's bot lane. And Team Liquid banning out Kindred, which was something Svenskeren played. I don't think they really needed the Kindred ban. And Nocturne, something that enables 1-3-1 a lot. So Galio first pick, usually paired with a J4, is backbone of a lot of team fight and engage comps for pretty much all NA teams. So Galio first pick has been a very good pick. Well, I'm pretty surprised by this Xayah Rakan. Xayah on her own is actually a great pick into Galio and great pick into J4 that can come up. So I guess they're locking in Rakan early to go with Xayah, and Zazel's been a good Rakan player too. TL locking in their AD carry. Kai'Sa also a good AD versus Xayah. You match the scaling. You're kind of even versus her in lane, and you scale a little bit better, and you work really nicely with Galio. And Jace, as we talked about, a premier pick right now that people play a lot. I'm super surprised C9 took Syndra and not Zoe, because Zoe has been C9's best blind mid. I'm super surprised they took Syndra over Zoe, where they already have a Galio, where you know it's going to be followed up with a J4. And J4 versus Galio, diving a Syndra, it's going to be really dangerous. Okay, kind of see why they didn't. They banned LeBlanc, they banned J4, so there's none of that J4 Galio thing to be going on. And then TL banning Yorick. Looks like they're probably going to take a tank pick here. And actually, no, I guess Jace could go mid, and they take a tank pick here, and Yorick goes top. Also, Yorick versus Jace, while it is favorable for Jace, you need to play towards a Jace, so maybe that's why they meant Yorick. Evelyn one, I don't think Svenskeren played any Evelyn this split or this season. I think it might have been just a sniper ban from watching what Sven plays in solo queue or from scrims. For Sneaky though, Aatrox pick here, most likely going to Licorice. It can go to Sven also, but Licorice played Aatrox versus TSM and did a great job with it. Aatrox is a pick that C9 loves. It can give you priority, it can give you flank potential, it can give you wide ankle, something that C9 likes a lot. Instead, C9 opting for Poppy, an old favorite of Licorice. He used to play this a lot during his Challenger days. And Poppy's also a great pick versus Jace. Main tank picks that have been good versus Jace are Maokai, Malphite, Poppy. They go in and out of meta, and you can pick based on your preference and what your team needs. They already have a lot of engage from Rakan and Aatrox flanks, so I guess they felt like they don't need to engage, and that's why they went with Poppy. As we go into the game, we'll really talk about what each team comp wants to do and how C9 can win and how TL can win. Licorice so happy. Spencer and Niski, Sneaky, Days will all look pretty serious while Licorice is very happy. TL has been pretty nonchalant and they've been just cruising by the league and demolishing everyone, so this is probably the one game where they'll tense up a little bit more and take seriously. So, like earlier I said, let's talk about both team comps and what they do. TL is it's a very typical 4-1 comp. 4-1 comps are different than 1-3-1 comps. When your mid is like a Ori or a Zoe, something that doesn't do very well in a side lane, but you have a split pusher that's running teleport, you become a 4-1 comp. In a 4-1 comp, your major win condition is mainly team fighting, and you want to play around setting up good team fights while having your top laner rotate while building priority. Or one thing you can do is if you're just incredibly ahead, the 4 can hold while the top laner split pushes forever, and then the 4 are just holding mid or holding at Baron, and the top lane wins the game by himself. So these are kind of the two different ways a 4-1 comp can play. TL could turn this into a 1-3-1 comp by having Orianna split push, and that's something they have done in the past. But Orianna split pushing versus a Aatrox and a Rakan is going to be near impossible. So I'd imagine this is going to play like a 4-1 comp, where this is the 4, this is the 1, and if Impact is ahead enough, they'll win through Impact. If not, Impact will join the team and they'll come into team fighting. So their major win condition, number 1 is team fight. Number 2 is split push on Jace. So yeah, these are their two major win conditions, but it's going to be heavily geared towards team fighting. For C9, their comp is a little bit more flexible, and Syndra can side lane, and she can do it a little bit better than Orianna. But their team comp has a lot of engage tools and a lot of flank tools in Poppy, and Aatrox, and Rakan, even with Syndra picking them off. So their win condition, their number 1 win condition is probably going to be pick. If they can play around vision and pick off TL, that's a great way for them to win. Another way is team fight. That's their secondary win condition. Full on team fight versus TL sounds really scary. Sejuani, Orianna, Kai'Sa, these are incredibly strong team fight champs. So this is a secondary win condition, and their third win condition is split pushing. Poppy split pushing with Aatrox following up can actually start diving the Jace depending on how ahead the Poppy gets. So yeah, these are mainly what you're gonna look for C9 for them to get picks and then set up fights afterward. For TL, they rather set up full on 5v5 team fights. Yeah, so those are the win conditions for the teams. If you're new to watching League of Legends, or if you want to get better about analyzing League of Legends VODs and how you can analyze the games better, you really, really want to look at the win condition for the teams, and we mainly want to look at this. How well is C9 picking off TL? How well is TL team fighting and getting the team fights engaged? So with that, let's go start. So one thing that we can really see a lot is Syndra plus an aggressive jungler is really strong. So this pair is going to really want to pressure mid much as possible. Another pairing that's really strong is Poppy and Aatrox. They can put on a lot of pressure on the Jace, so we're going to look at a lot of pressure on top side too. So solo lanes for C9 is going to be incredibly important, and it's important for TL to play defensive at the correct timings. As for TL, Sejuani plus Jace is actually an incredibly strong 2v2 due to how Jace in melee form with the hammer going bash 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 can proc Sejuani passive really easily. So we're going to look for a lot of 2v2s top lane for TL. Holy shit. So let's talk about this gamepad thing. You can see TL walked up and warded this. So they're going to have vision like here. And Spence Garen is being very sneaky and going around the ward to gank. So this gank is an incredibly sneaky gank where Spence Garen dodged the ward and is coming around. So it's really scary for Jensen to actually be... That's why Jensen is hugging this side. Normally Jensen would never hug that side. But because he's not seeing Svenskeren on this ward, he probably thinks Svenskeren went to double golems, and that's why he's hugging this side, and he's okay with it. Super sneaky from Svenskeren to dodge that ward and come around here. Yeah, that's why Jensen is hugging this side. And that's why it looks so weird from Jensen. Why is he so close to here? Because he has vision here, and he thinks Svenskeren went here to here, and it's probably going like this, and it's only 2 minutes into the game. He has no idea Svenskeren can be here. Oh, this Q missed. It didn't do damage. Probably takes like 100 HP off if it hit. Flash, auto. Let's play it a little slower. Q. That Q hit. 108 regen. No ignite. Jensen waited for the Executioner debuff to come from Sven. There's no Executioner debuff, so Jensen waited until the right time. Sven misses. Auto. Sven missed the Q. Niski missed the Q. Jensen has 100 HP. And they could have even forced Jensen's heal earlier too. 100 HP, 1 Q. Either way, like plus on auto is death. He should have died here 100%. That gank setup was so good. He should have died, but mechanical mistake both from Niski and Svenskeren. Oh my god, and Sven dying afterwards. Jesus Christ. Didn't wait level 2. We can rewatch that dive. That dive was super important. So to get level 2, you need 7 creeps. You need 6. So he's gonna get this. No, he can't get level 2 here. So once Jensen kills this, he has level 2. For Niski to get level 2, he needs to kill this one, this one, this one, and this one. Niski needs 4 CS, Jensen needs 1 CS. Impossible to wait for level 2. So Svenskeren waits here until Jensen kills all, or Niski kills all 4 of these. He has to wait until he kills all 4, and because Svenskeren's there leeching XP, he also won't get level 2 just off the 4, I think. He probably needs the 5th. They can't wait for Niski to hit level 2. That's incorrect. That's incorrect understanding of how that went down. That's just a mechanical mistake. Niski, for him to hit level 2, he needs to get 4 or 5 CS, depending on if Svenskeren leeches XP or not. That's so much. That's so much. No, like, the problem is Niski missing Q here, right? And Svenskeren's gonna miss a Q here. The 2 procs of Qs that are missed is what's problematic. So here, right? Yeah. It's a Q misses that are problematic. If the Qs hit, he would have died. Was Sven leeching the first wave? He wasn't. The first wave didn't die immediately. That's the problem. Sven wasn't leeching the first wave. It was Niski needed 4 more CS to hit level 2. So people that are saying they need to wait for Niski level 2 is incorrect. Because Jensen would push in the wave all the way, and Niski would have a really hard time getting level 2. That Sven dying there, oh, holy shit. How'd they get that kill? What the fuck? Oh, it looks like Poppy flashed. She jumped a lot on the minimap. Yeah, and she also used flash. Oh, nice. Poppy probably opened with flashy. And then Aatrox follow up. Yeah, flashy, Aatrox follow up. Oh, what a clean kill. Impact burn flash too. So now Sven and... Don't they push it? I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. Oh my god. No, Licorice, no. You guys know what the problem was there? This is somewhat Licorice's fault, but after they killed Jace, he should have called for Sven to push in the wave with him. Because this wave needs to hit turret. And it looks like Svenskeren left the wave early, so they didn't get to push into the turret. Oh, that's such a yikes. They get to push in, Poppy backs, Poppy gets to save teleport, returns to lane, she has teleport for a bot play or a mid play. Damn, simple, like simple mistakes. Cloud9 not pushing into wave. Cloud9 mid and jungle not hitting their skills. Like, it's game of inches at this top level. If Cloud9 does those two things correct, Cloud9 is way ahead. They're 2-0 and they can snowball the game. Because Cloud9 aren't doing those things and TL is playing well, Cloud9 is actually 2-1 and behind with the early game comp. League is like game of inches right now between two top tier teams. Sneaky down 10 CS at 5 minutes. Let's see how much his CS is once he gets the entire wave. In terms of matchup, this is slightly favorable towards Galio Kai'Sa side. I would imagine like 5 to 10 CS differential. After Sneaky recovers on that wave, we'll see what his CS is at. Yeah, he's still going to be decently behind. Another thing that kind of fucks Sneaky CS is due to how Svenskeren jungled, right? Svenskeren went red to mid and then died and back to top side and then top gank. Sneaky had no jungle pressure. So I understand Sneaky shouldn't be down this much CS, but he also had 0 jungle pressure because his jungle was top side almost the entire game and he didn't put on any kind of pressure bot. Double said Xayah Rakan fucks Galio support pretty hard. Xayah Rakan can fuck Galio hard, yes, but not in this situation where the jungler was almost top the whole time. Jungle was almost mid and top. So, what is it? What in that kind of lane, like Galio and Kai'Sa can just push the whole time. Like, it's not they beat. It's so the matchup flips a lot, right? Where Galio and Kai'Sa can push mid a lot, and it's really hard for Xayah Rakan to push when they know their jungler is top side. And then Xmithy went top as well. Xmithy went top after getting the mid and then the top kill. And then at that point, we have to watch the wave. We can go back and check on the wave stuff, but CS differential isn't just about lane play. It's also about how the junglers play. We can go back and check that after game, but I want to keep reviewing. Yeah. And then now 87 to 98, about 10 CS differential. For both teams, tempo is so incredibly important this game. Whoever has tempo in terms of being able to set up objective first and force the other person into it, or whoever has the tempo of getting the turret first and being able to swap lane is going to be super good. Man, Svenskeren actually invading onto the right timings whenever, even though like his team's behind, like invading at the right times, like stuff like this is super important for a jungler to do. And I think a lot of junglers get scared after they die, and it's a big difference between veterans and non-veterans, where a veteran, even after they get killed early or they fuck up, they'll keep doing the right thing and they'll still be aggressive, where I feel like a lot of rookies and new players, they are very good when they're winning and they're snowballing, but if they ever start losing, they have a hard time actually playing the game. This is kind of like the difference between TL and C9, right? TL playing heavily to bot side, playing for Dragon and pushing up, where C9 playing heavily to top side, getting turret plating and pushing Jace away. I agree with it's both teams' philosophy, right? C9 philosophy is we have Licorice, one of the best tops in the game. If you get him enabled, our mid game and our flanks are going to be really strong. Where TL's philosophy is we have Doublelift, one of the best AD carries in the league. If you get him enabled, our team fights are going to be really strong and we can set up around the team fights. It's two opposing, I would say, ideologies and two opposing gameplay theories going against each other due to having star carries in different lanes. Is it worth to play towards a tank? It's worth to play towards a tank if playing towards a tank means you get turret first and you get Herald. And then the tank can get back to the team by using Herald mid lane to bust open mid, by using teleports to engage bot lane whenever TL is trying to push up on bot lane or TL is trying to get Dragon. It's not worth it to play towards a tank and the tank not give back to the team and the tank do nothing with the lead. But if you have a tank player like Licorice who's very good about playing the entire map instead of just being selfish, then it's completely fine to play towards a tank. This Herald play. Remember what we talked about. C9 has a stronger top side. Oh my god. Sven died without ulting. Sven died without ulting here. And this would have been a 50-50 smite. 50-50 smite. Actually, a lot of mistakes. Licorice should look to zone Xmity. Xmity doesn't get in here. So here's what should happen. Licorice zone Xmity from entering this with ultimate. Sven and Niski finish. Sven scare and exit this way. Niski exit this way. Away from Jensen. And Jensen coming in here. I'm not sure why Licorice allowed Xmity to pass through. Let's see why. Oh, he started tanking. Because him allowing Xmity to pass through here is really bad. And he started to try to knock away Xmity a little bit too far there. Yeah. Svenskaren should have ulted early, and I think Licorice denies Xmity from coming in here, and they get this Herald pretty easily. Oh my god, they even gave Herald to TL. C9 played towards topside, and TL's getting more out of topside. They should use Herald. Herald before 14 minutes. Herald's on J still. Fuck. Reaper said that they wanted to fight there, but neither Niski or Licorice engaged on Fedra or Ori. This is super dangerous to engage. Galio's here, and his ult range is like that. He's so close to ulting. He needs to walk up a little bit more, and he can ult. I think it's super dangerous for them to fight here. If they fight here, Galio's going to get here before if C9 bot lane can really interact. I think they need to get this and run. If they play to fight that, it would have been super bad. TL would have smashed them. I think that was like 100% take Herald and run. He said they could kill Fedra and leave. Maybe they could, but it's super dangerous. It's a Sejuani with a flash and ultimate and an aftershock. If Seju at any point gets the ultimate off there, it's really hard to kill Seju. And Jensen has shield and heal. In different viewpoints, maybe they could have killed Seju there, but I think it would have been super fucking hard to kill the Seju. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna get mid turret too. TL has so much of a tempo lead. C9 got first turret top though. Now Poppy needs to play the map really wide. If Poppy stays top, then like this is what I mean though. Remember what we talked about where you guys said, isn't it bad to play towards a tank top early? If the tank top, after getting the turret, is constantly spreading his like lead onto mid lane and then onto bot side of the map, then it's completely fine. But if the tank top stays isolated on top lane, then it's really bad. Licorice is doing a good job of spreading his lead. This is super fucking important. Oh my god, why is Svenskaren getting caught there? They have no priority bot side. Like, bots pushed in, Sneaky's here, Double's here, Core JJ's here. I mean, Jayzel's here, but this is way too... Sven should be backing. Yeah. Not the best. Now they have to give up Drake. Just reset. They need to reset 100%. Don't fight. TL's just better about being S5. Whereas C9's not completely S5 and Sneaky had to burn what is it? Some CS bottom to actually group. And he probably feels really pressured burning CS because Double's up about 30 CS right now. They get mid turret. Mid turret is fucking huge. Mid turret, Ocean Drake, Air Drake, that's fucking huge. That's such a big early game lead. Oh my god, this TP also. Was there a better spot for them to TP? Zeyzal W'd out. Zeyzal W'd out. Svenskaren there, Xmity there. If he's TPing, Zeyzal needs to ult immediately. But Zeyzal doesn't... Oh, if Zeyzal has W here, he flash ults this. He flash W ults this. Oops. Oh my god, what did I do? What did I press? I pressed Control C. Not sure what that did. What did that do? Control C. Okay, we watched him die here, and then we're gonna watch Licorice TP, okay? I'll talk about why that TP is, or what the fuck? Wait, what the hell? What button am I pressing? I'll talk about why that TP play, why Zeyzal not having W up there is really bad. So Zeyzal used W here, right? So imagine if he had his W up. He can flash, W. It's hard, but he needs to hop this, and then hop this, and engage on this. But because he only has flash, he can only do one of the hops. He can't do the second hop. And so when Licorice is TPing here, then now it's up to Svenskeren to engage. But Svenskeren doesn't have ult or flash, he just flashed out. It's really hard for Svenskeren to engage. So there's two people that wants to back, in Zeyzal and Sven. And there's one person that wants to go forward in Licorice, and you see C9 being really disjointed. Yeah. Wow, this is not the kind of mistake you see C9 make a lot. I'm surprised. You can't kill him, Licorice. Holy shit. Holy shit, he almost could have. That was so close. That was actually so close. Oh, gonna be 4v3. TPing behind. Oh, he's gonna shoot an EQ here. Oh, C9's overplaying like hell. Damn, C9's overplaying like hell. They're trying to break TL on bot side, but TL's super solid from bot side. It's kind of like a sunk cost fallacy where Licorice teleports and he feels like, fuck, Impactor is going to get top turret, so I have to do something here. There's a lot of points in the game where I feel like C9 feels like, fuck, I made a mistake. Now I'm going to try to get back in the game by being a little greedy, and it's kind of fucking them. Remember what we talked about earlier, how... Wow. TL should not lose that. Remember what we talked about? TL is a 4-1 team. Double is 3-0. Xmitty has his ult. They should not be losing this. How'd they lose? So they start on Xayah. They miss the ult. They miss the ult. Doubleless gets zoned. And then they kill Xmitty. Okay. Okay. So Xmitty just ulted the wrong target. He ulted the Xayah with flash and ult. It was just not going to work out. The only time that play works is if Sneaky is a monkey. Xmitty is basically telling Sneaky, I think you're a monkey. I think you're not going to use ult or flash. And Sneaky just sidestep without even using anything. Am I okay with the draft? I completely understand the draft. I don't personally agree with Reaper's draft time to time, like the Kindred over Jarvan and some of the things, but Reaper has had so much success, so I don't think it's... A lot of times I don't... Whenever I disagree with Reaper draft, I don't immediately think, I know better and he's wrong. There has to be some credit and some respect given to Reaper due to his accomplishment, and I think... Why is Reaper doing this? He's not stupid, so there's some reasoning. And when I think a little bit more about it, I see the reasoning and I can understand the reasoning, but I can still personally disagree with it. So a lot of times, I see the reasoning and I'll personally disagree with it. Shut up, Loco. I'm not gonna fucking just agree with your drafts. Like, at times, I'm definitely gonna disagree with you. I have respect for you as a coach, as a friend, but I'm still gonna disagree whenever I do think you're wrong. You watched this shit game. This game, yeah, I'm watching the game. I think it's like very, very paper thin. A lot of things could have swung one way or the other. Oh. So situations like this where Licorice wants to really go on the Poppy, go on the Jensen, but when he gets pushed, it's really hard for Poppy to do his job. And C9 played a lot to Poppy, and it's really hard for Poppy to come in, so I'm not sure how they get to engage on this. Yeah, Poppy gets pushed out. They try to engage on Jensen, Jensen's out. And then now it's really hard to take the team fight. When Poppy can push out the Jace and actually like pressure from that side, right? It's completely different. But it's at the point in the game where Jace can start pushing the Poppy. Bork is a super important versus tank. Bork versus tanks. So what Bork versus tanks allows you to do. Oops. Tanks. Alright. Later, Reaper. Thank you so much for the host, man. Out sustain. And you also out pressure. So now Licorice can't do what he was doing before, where he can push out the Jace. And start getting flank angles. It's really hard for C9 to beat TL now. If TL plays this safe, they don't lose to C9 at all. Unless TL... so the only way... If TL plays it safe, the only way they lose to C9 is TP flanks. If Poppy gets a TP flank, and Zeyzo gets engaged where they're both coming in from different angles, is the only way that C9 can get a godly engage now. Poppy can't flank the Jace anymore. Jace will just block the Poppy from flanking. Yeah, and Kai's way too strong now. Kai's upfront damage is fucking godly now. As strong as Licorice is, Impact has items to hold Licorice and push out Licorice. Licorice can't push up on Impact. Remember what we said, TL has a 4-1 comp and they're playing at the 4-1 side correctly? Yeah. In these kind of like 5th to 5th fight, right? Where there's 4 member of C9 approaching and 4 member of TL approaching. TL, like 4, is just demolishing C9. That's just how the comps work, and that's just how it works after mid game. There were like really dangerous spots that TL were in early game, and they did a good job of like pushing it through. Yeah, like these kind of fights, right? Where it's 4-on-4 like this, C9 can't stand it. Because C9 doesn't have true tanks other than Poppy, and Poppy has to be in a side lane to kind of play with the Jace. So where TL just like brute forces in the front line, it's so fucking impossible for C9 to do anything. TL like frontline going in, right? Like Sejuani coming in from the side and Galio ulting on top and Sejuani throwing her ult. C9 has no answers to. Kaisa needs her jail item for some synergy now. DL was sitting on his item for a while. I mean, Kaisa had, now he has, what is it? Rune and Hurricane and IE and Rapid Fire. Like what, like look at HP. Look at Xmity HP going down and then look on this side. Look at the differential in terms of people getting killed speed. I'll play it slower for you guys. Like Xmity getting killed versus like this side, like where they insta kill people. There's no one tanky on C9. Anytime TL catches someone, they're gonna insta die. But vice versa for C9, when they catch someone on TL and it's like an Xmity or a Galio, even if they can kill them, even if they use all their damage, they can't win the rest of the fight. That's one of the things that loses you later on in the game, like where to kill tanks you have to invest so much damage and so much cooldown. You can't win the team fight after because you don't have damage for the backline. Long as the carries on TL doesn't play scared when Sejuani and Galio is dying, they just cannot win. C9 can't win the team fights. At this point, we're just gonna see C9 just it's gonna be C9 just formally or TL formally closing out the game on C9. C9 can do their best to resist. They can do their best to try to get a good fight. Look, they're gonna go on Xmity. Even if they get this kill, it's not gonna mean much. They can't pressure Baron. Once Xmity is back up, they can take the fight again. Also, I would actually burst with Zaya. The crit item's good. Randuin. I was thinking, what is it? What's the item that I'm thinking of? Gargoyle with Stoneplate is super good here, but because they're really bursty, right? Zaya is actually a pretty bursty champion because she has to do all her feather recall, and Syndra has her ult. So Gargoyle with Stoneplate is really good, but because of the crit, Randuin actually makes a lot of sense too. Okay, so people are gonna tell me, Loco, what do you mean C9 doesn't have a tank? C9 has a fucking Poppy. Isn't Poppy a tank? Yes, Poppy is a tank, but Poppy can never be in the team fights due to Jace split pushing. Whenever Jace is split, Poppy cannot join up with the rest of the team. So the only time Poppy can be there is if Poppy teleport flanks. That's why C9's only win condition right now is a teleport flank. Yeah. This is a super lazy setup from TL. They can do such a better job of split actually setting this up. Oh, this is so lazy. Push up mid. Push up mid, have impact group. So lazy. So lazy. Really, TL? Wow, C9 actually might get a shot now. This is so lazy though. I'm not sure why they didn't control entirety of drag or what's it, rest side. That was so lazy. Oh. Well, why I hate plays like this is TL was in a position where they could have made sure this Baron never comes down to a 50-50. And they can zone by just like after impact pushes up mid, they can like after impact pushes up mid, like they can send people here and don't like push them off. Like impact's on Wolf. Impact went to Wolf instead of Baron. They were so sure they were gonna get this, where Impact went to Wolf instead of Baron. Ugh. This is where the TL fans say, Loco's a hater. How dare he criticize TL when TL's fucking winning the game? This delays the game so much, and it gives him it gives C9 a shot into the game. Teleport flank. So one thing that TL's doing really well though is C9 has nothing to teleport towards. They have no vision wars behind TL, so TL has complete control of bot side, and they did a really great job of not allowing C9 to get vision behind them. So the win condition that I talked about, Poppy teleporting behind TL, is invalid. Oh, this fight's a mess. Yeah, TL split pushing two ways with Baron, or not Baron, with Elder. They have 4 dragons, so this Elder push is super fucking scary. Kai'Sa with Elder, yeah. Kai'Sa with Runen and Elder is just gonna fucking melt anything. Oh. Alright, game's over. I don't see C9 winning. Yeah. The Poppy flank we talked about happening, but it's not even a flank onto the right target. Double has GA. He has Galio. He had both heal and flash up. They were never gonna kill Double with that flank. Oh? Okay, never mind. Holy shit. I thought there was like a slight chance they win the fight. Never mind. Yeah, game over. Alright. Let's try to sum this game up. I would say C9 made the right proactive early game plays, but they fucked up mechanically, and there were some greedy things that they did that really fucked them. Like the mid level 2 gank, that was a really well set up gank, and they fucked it up execution wise. The top gank, after they got the top gank, why didn't Licorice ask Spence Karen to stay behind and push the wave in? Like, there were things that were so simple that they could have done that would have changed the outcome of the game, because C9 having early game priority and C9 having early game pressure was super core to their comp. But TL did a really great job of holding and playing to their win condition, which is solidifying bot lane and getting to the team fight phase. And Jace always split pushing versus Poppy and not allowing Poppy to group. So, how do I feel about this game? Overall, I kind of get the same feeling from initially when we watched the first C9 versus TL, where C9 made so much mistakes. And C9, they didn't pick Nunu, or Niski didn't play incredibly nervous on Zoe, but TL is solid, and C9 needs to step their game up, and I would love to see C9 play more on their level versus TL. Of course, fans are going to say, playing a team like TL, it's so hard to play properly, but yeah, just asking a jungler to stay in your lane and pushing and hitting your skill shots, or not diving the Ori when you missed your second part of your Q is just it's just individual player mistakes. Not taking away anything from TL, but I do think C9 could have played a lot better, and C9 usually does play a lot better.